Can anybody stop Linthania the Rogue? Absolute menace. The Outlaw Rogue menace in the arena. Viserys on the team too. We got Zappathorus. We got Beatman. Is he going to be first up? Looks like he is. While BC is just going to set up a board. Wait, no. I'm trying to figure out who's first and last, but it looks like Beatman is going to be first. Where's the Demon Berry? Got himself that whole Phoenix set with the glowing blades, kind of matching. There's going to be another portal. Trying to see if we go for another portal. Stoner to Beast like never get to go for another, but it's going to be Fierce Sigil right after Beast. He's going to control, but Immortal Call. Going to send Demon Berry out. Choosing to go for a trick either way. Big hunt of a Beast of Lux, but the Axe Toss, I think the hunt did connect, but the Axe Toss is going to stop him immediately. Do you ever use another portal? I don't think you ever got to use another portal. I think it's just a proper Tyrant. I think BC maybe have realized that they made a mistake. They're like, you know what? Didn't do another portal. May still have to play through it either way. Wall, another portal getting used a little bit late. May not be as impactful, as effective, but Demon Berry still putting in the pressure. The Tyrant, the main pet could still be very deadly. Actually, Demon Hunter maybe put on a back leg for a little bit into the darkness, but run out of darkness does spawn in. It's going to consume the demonic soul. Hoping for another demon. Needs to slay it right now. Beastly. Oh, the Pit Lord comes in and is going to be able to slam him down. Not going to have another portal. Does have a Tyrant come back over soon for skills. Why he's got cooldowns, he should be able to make a play. Does go for Zerker Rage to break out of the fear. Charred, but an Axel is going to stop him. Does go for Rage Regen. Needs to turn around and start swiping health from these pets if possible. Big heal. There's going to be potentially a Tyrant coming up. Bisa is going to go for a stun versus skills. Definitely start bloodthirsting off these pets as soon as possible. Taking lots of damage. He's going to go for Valkyr, but does go down. That is unfortunate. Was that the Valkyr or Horn Trinket? Potentially Billy? Oh no, Billy joining it in, dude. Me and Billy did a couple of readings together, and I was like, you know what? I can compete in these 5v5 duels. Starting to get himself a big ramp versus Beastly. He got himself big demonic Gul'dan eyes. Axe toss by Beastly before Billy can get himself. I think he still got the Tyrant either way. Beastly does have all the pets on him. Trying to go for Tyrant. Big Pit Lord right on top of him. Doesn't even get to charge out at him right next to him. Trying to go for big drain stone into Billy, but I think it's just down. Oh! And Billy does end up taking him out with a full ramp of demons. Demonology Warlock ramp is brutal. It is deadly. Is there going to be a Beatman next? I think Beatman was going to be ready next. But maybe dampening is getting kind of high. 11%. If it's you next, you guys gotta go. It looks like it is Viserys versus Billy. Gonna try to see if he can go for a shatter. Big mastery in the opener. Does he get to go for big fire damage? The fire damage is still decent enough. Big deep breath to follow off of that shatter. Trying to go for a bit of self-heal. Rune to Billy as the man is looking to build up a bit more of a demonic armor right now. Double-handed Gul'dan. Limit flame up for Viserys. Does get hit with an axe. Billy taking a bit of damage overall though. Does take a bit of a hit. Disintegrate right after. Trying to see if he can burn Billy down as best as he can. Disintegrate doing work. Trying to go for Shroud, but the man may be in a bit of a tight spot. Trying to go for self-heal. May need to use Wall, potentially even immunity. Just trying to avoid Billy, using the mobility to catch up on some healing. Does not have much in terms of survivability besides Wall and potentially immunity, but he doesn't have Renew and Blaze anymore, which will give him healing as he takes damage. Sleep onto Billy, able to control the Warlock while Dark Pact is on him. Maybe Viserys can go for a little bit of a self-heal, trying to dissipate away from Billy, just looking for a bit of a reheal. Wall is used, does have the Shroud, so cannot be stunned properly. Bill does have himself a Tyrant at the ready, so you could go for a big Tyrant play. Handle go down to follow, trying to go for a setup. Does he have the Axos to lock down the Evoker? He does. Stun as well, locks him out of Frosty spells. Bill needs a Mortal Coil as soon as possible. Does for himself the big setup. Shadow Bolts as the Viserys is an immunity. Mortal Coil right after. As he's super low, I think it's about to get him. Oh! Bill getting a 2 in a row. Let's go. Who's up next? Is it Linthania Zap potentially? Maybe Zap. Beatman already has himself. He has himself wings. This is the ready, but Zap is going to be up next instead, sending out the Demon Doggers versus Zap, but he's sending out Ghost Wolves of his own. Dark Pact. Bill will need to use mobility in order to escape this if possible. Big damage on the Zap. Does go for a Trinket. Potentially massive Storm Strike. Mad damage on his Storm Strike. He's taking him out. Oh my goodness. With Chicago going to be up next. Bill did hold his own in the arena there. Chicago versus Zap. Are they both playing the same build? I think they may be playing a similar build. Unless Chicago swapped out to Ellie Wolves. Yes, Chicago did swap to Ellie Wolves, trying to see if he could play for more of a lightning storm and a bit of fire. Going to be Zap out of Zap for Thoris. Trying to see if he can bail out of there as best as possible. Maybe wait until he can get some cooldowns together. Does play into Sky Fury. I don't know if... So does Sky Fury help physical damage attacks too? Is it all attacks do more crit damage? Or was it only spells? I think they may have changed over time. Stun into Chicago with the Panda Racial. Probably going to be double stun Trinket. Big Ascendance for Zap. Does he have enough damage? You're trying to see if he can blast right through Chicago. Is it going to be enough? They're looking for a bit of self-heal as the wall is out for the Shaman. Both of them Shamans, really. And they blast into Chicago. Kind of lowish on health. Zap, does he have any more damage? Does he have any more pressure? Maybe in a bit of a tight spot. Chicago looking for the full recovery. Another Ascendance proc for Zap. Does play to Ascendance procs. Knocking Chicago back as they're leaping back right over. Zab does play into the Ascendant Stormstrike build, so if you can get enough of those proccing back to back, he'll be in a great spot. Shrink out of Chicago. Zap may be in a bit of trouble. Needs to go for as much self-healing as possible. I don't really know if you can do it at this point, and Ellie Blast is going to take it down. Chicago going back to the roots of the elemental enhancement. Ventrios, I think. Wait, no, it's not Ventrios next. It's either going to be Beat or Linthenia. It looks like Beat is waiting for Linthenia, but honestly, Beat is literally glowing with... He's literally glowing in this arena. Honestly, I was gonna say let Beat go next. Chicago is gonna be up next versus Beat. Charging out, Thunder immediately. Was that a grounding totem? I think it might have been. Blind by Beat. Is he gonna go for big damage? Chicago, is he gonna get hit with a Execute Sentence? I don't think Sentence this time around for Beat. Doing something different. He's gonna blast at Chicago. Mad damage. Is it enough that Chicago got himself a heal? Wall. I don't know if much survivability can be done at 37% dampener. Looking for a heal either way though. And that's gonna be a big Execute Sentence. Is it gonna be enough? Beat just needs to put enough pressure in Chicago. There's no escape in the Execute Sentence. I think, oh, does get cleaved down together. Wake of matches as the Execute Sentence slams down. With Ventrio's going to be up next. Shadow Priest can do a lot of damage. Blend into PI. Disperse available. Does have himself a Siphon as well to help reduce the healing of the enemy target. So any kind of healing that Beatman has, it is going to be heavily reduced. But we'll see if they can do it. It's going to probably reposition. Maybe just needs himself a better position. It's going to get some dots as Beatman tried to cut the gap in the middle. It is going to go for a trinket. As soon as he got dotted, look at those dots, man. 10% more damage on damage over time effects. That could be good. That could be quite powerful. I think it was DP and everything. If you keep those dots there long term, that would be fantastic. Siphon getting eliminated quickly. Going to be Ventress. Get hit with a Hodge, but chooses not to trinket. He knows there's going to be a blind right after him. Fear onto Beatman. Does get himself a bit of a breather. Not super far behind her health either. Is going to go for mad damage. Trying to go for as much output. Is going to go for the trinketed nothing just now. That's a bit unfortunate. May have put him behind here because next CC chain could be bad. Blind missed by Beatman. Oh wait, actually I guess that works out. I guess now you have Trinket and the Blind kind of traded. The Blind missed, but he Trinketed nothing. So I guess it's like equal matchup. I guess I don't really know what to say. But Beatman still dotted up, has the Void Eruption, the Zathi Eruption, hitting him back to back. Maybe a perfect opportunity for Vantos to go for a big setup. Beatman does cleanse himself of all the dots. It's gonna be mind games. Can't really go to heal himself. This is where you would have needed the Dark Iron Racial stun onto Vantos. Does have a disperse. Wants to use it early. Does Beatman commit Execute Sentence for post disperse? Is gonna have Execute Sentence rolling in. The hammer hovering above your head. Anxiety is building up. Bubble for Beatman. Vantos could take a lot of damage. Does take a bit though. Does have a fear for Beatman right now. He needs something out of this situation. I think maybe down. Oh, Beatman does end up taking him out. Well done, well done. That was a clutch one. I don't know what happened to the Trinket at the Blind either, but man, it's just that switch, that flip. Billy with 2, couple of Warlocks playing the game, Shaman's popping up. Just about everybody gets to play that one, yeah? Let's go, boys. I like it, I like it. Let's get another going, yeah?